Hi, welcome, and thanks so much for stopping by today. Today I have a journal that I made for a customer. They commissioned me to make this, and I did. It was kind of hard for me to do because most of the time I use a kit or I have something like a book that I redo. So this was totally new for me. So I have this sari silk for the closure. And what I did was I took a little bit of gold paint and put around in different spots so it ties in with the gold on the front of the journal. So I thought that was cool. And I seen somebody else use this. I'll put a link down below because I think I remember who it is, but I'm not sure and I want to credit the right person. So I'll just put it right down here when I find out who it was. I meant to look before I got on here and I forgot to do that. So this is from a pillow cover, and I got asked to make this boho style journal, and I was kind of freaking out because I didn't know what I was going to do on the cover, and that video just popped up and it was perfect, and I tracked it down and found the same thing. So that is what I used for my cover, and I just love it. I thought it was perfect. The minute I saw that video, I was like, that's what I need. So it is 2 signatures. I think it is between 32 and 36 pages. I forget. It wasn't supposed to be huge, but I think I made it a little bit bigger than they really asked. But they're getting a bonus because I just couldn't stop. So they wanted it boho style. They're going to bin it as a graduation gift, and they want to kind of portray like journey and new adventures. So I put these map cardstock in the front and in the back. So my first page, I have this fabric pocket that I stamped. It was like a postcard stamp, and I just stamped it on the muslin. And I used 10+9 since she's graduated in 2019, so that was 19. And I just added some paper to it, made like a little booklet to write in. They wanted plenty of spaces for family to write messages in. And then I made this one tag for journey. It has like trip information, and the back is plain. And on this one, I took some gold paint and put around the edges. And I did that on a few other spots. Then I made these little flippies things. I figured they could put like a picture here and write something back here. And there's 3 of those. And there's some dyed food coloring paper. And that's like ledger paper, but that was just craft paper. And then I sewed on some muslin tab. And then for this one, I sewed all the way around it. Then I took this paper clip and bent it up. And this one was really hard. That one was a lot more harder than some. And then I made this little dangle gem, bead dangle. She likes blues and greens, so I kind of tried to keep with that. There's another little card I can write on. There's some coffee dyed paper. And most of these little tags were on some craft, but not cardstock, but the paper for card making and stuff. And this postcard was on it. And then I had this other one, so I just put that on the back. And I sewed some lace there. And I didn't want it too girly or too lacy, so I just did a little lace. And this is sewing. I sewed on that pocket. I should have kept something here. And this is a little tuck spot as well, so you can tuck stuff in there. And then I took a little bit of crocheted lace, crocheted ribbon or lace, whatever you call it, and put for that. There's the center. And I did that on both of those, and they were sewn on. And then another pocket with a tuck there. And a pocket there. And then I have this little crazy paper clip. I stuck a little bag there so I can tuck stuff in there. Then there's the other half of that, and then I made this bead dangle. So I made that. And here's a homemade envelope. And for the other three, the other side of the flippies, I put pockets on them. So my idea was they could have the friends or relatives, whoever, tuck little notes inside here. And then it also flips open so you can write, or you can add pictures here. That one's facing up. The other two, the envelope is underneath. And I did, and there's like a little tuck spot there, which is right on that side. And this one has a tuck spot also. And that one. So we got plenty of places to write and post or put pictures. There's another pocket. And this is a sari fabric I got off of Etsy. And it's this little fabric flip. And there's more of the gold paint. It's the Kool-Aid dyed paper. Here's the other three flips. I did the same thing, put one up and the other one's down or underneath. And I have an extra little tuck spot, and I did sew around this so it just opens up for writing or journaling, whatever. And this one I sewed some muslin on the edge and did that stitching. I added a little bit of this just so it's not plain. And this one has another tuck spot. And here's another paper clip with the dangly bead dangle I made. And I did the paper clip. And then I did some stitching, fancy stitching on this one. Little leaves. And there's the back side. I did brown on one side and green on the other. Another pocket. Another tuck. And there's a tuck here. And then we've got a couple more little tabs. And that was with the ribbon. And I have another one of these round paper clips. You can see that. Another pocket, and again, we've got the tuck spot here. So you can kind of tuck things there. And this is a piece of sari fabric that I made for the tab. And another tuck. These were kind of thin, so I used some other paper and put on the back, just to kind of make them pretty. Another coffee dye paper, and then another. This one I just stitched the muslin on it, so it does kind of flip up. And there's another little dangle. That's like a little coin, gypsy coin, boho coin. And the other three flips. Another one of those, another pocket with the gold. And the back. So that is my boho style journal. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and thanks so much for stopping by. See ya!